Hey, John here, and let's take a look at what's new in version 2.1 of H2R Graphics. Let's head in right now. So, if you take a look over on my screen here, you can see I'm running version 2.1, and I've got a few windows open. I'll just hide the launcher for now. And the first thing I want to talk about is this new tab up here called Variables. If I open that up, you can see what's in there is two sets of variables. You have text variables, and these can be set over things like companion. We'll come to those a bit later. And then we have a list variable as well. So I can put in lots of details in here, like all the names of my speakers and things like that. And I'm able to use these list variable indicators right here to populate data on my graphics. So for example, if I head over to my rundown and I edit this graphic, you can see here that this is the graphic that's on air right now. I've got a lower third. And instead of typing in John Barker on this text input here, I've written list1.1, and then I've put actually two different variables on this second line here, list1.3 and list1.2. If I head back into the variables tab, you'll see that list1.1 is here, list1.2 is there, and list1.3 is over here. And it will use the data that's in that list variable to populate the graphics on your output. So for example, if I click on this one, Jim Parker, here you can see that all of this data gets updated above, and you can see the graphic on the output also gets updated. So it's a nice little way to store lots of bits of information. You can type in as much stuff as you want in here, and then just click on that and let it show up on the graphics output. There you go. I encourage you to take a look at the documentation. You can click on this How It Works option here to learn more about text variables and list variables as well. Next up on the list of improvements, we have a new timer option. So for example, if I jump into this one, I now have a count up timer, and I can choose how long it should count up for. So in my case, I'm just going to set it to a 10-second count up timer. And whenever I show that on air, you can see it goes from 0.0.000 all the way up to 0.10 seconds, and then it disappears. So now you can use that for all sorts of sports and things like that. If I click it again, it will do that same 10-second count up timer. Next up, over on the theme options, you'll see in the transition section, we have some durations for your transition now. So if I show that real quickly, you can see that this lower third is actually going off screen really fast and on screen really fast again. But head over to the theme section and I can change that to anything from 0.5 seconds to 5 seconds. And if I change it to 5 seconds, you can imagine what's going to happen. It very slowly goes off screen, and it's still going off screen, and then it comes back on screen very slowly. 5 seconds is a long time, especially since this graphic starts over here somewhere and it slides slowly on screen. But I can see this being useful for certain things, like maybe images where you want to bring it on screen really slowly and bring it off screen really slowly as well. So super useful for those kind of setups. There's been lots of other fixes and improvements along the way, but one of the things I wanted to show real quickly is that now you can choose what way your score displays on screen. So currently I have it on this stacked mode, but if I go into my theme, scroll down into the score section, I have a layout option and I can do side by side or stacked. And I think this will be really useful for certain scores where it makes sense for it to be on top of each other, maybe something like a tennis game. And then if you want to do a football match, you can do more side by side. That's a more traditional approach to that. And of course, there's been lots of other improvements along the way and things I didn't get to in this video, but you can always check out the changelog on the download page, see all the new updates and fixes and features, and then let me know if there's any problems. There's always a link to the issues at the bottom of the H2R.graphics page. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. We'll see when that is, hopefully soon enough. Bye-bye.